Well, good evening, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review of the Rhino. We have this beer right here from Forefathers. I love Forefathers, they're great guys. Here's a story about Forefathers, guys. They came to the Albino Rhino Beer Festival. I was their first festival. They came there, they brought their beer, they set up at the door, they did great. They did amazing. They sold the most amount of tickets of everybody. Most amount of drink tickets. You know what they... Excuse me. Sorry about that. You know what they did? They took those drink tickets and they came up to me and they said, "Hey, we know you donate your profits to charity. Take our drink tickets and give them to the Ronald McDonald House." That's the type of guys these guys are. Does that make me biased on their beer? It makes me biased on the brewery, not the beer itself. I love the guys. I think they're great. But if the beer is garbage, I'm still going to tell you it's garbage. Talk to John. Talk to John at Nickelbrook. I love John. Some of his beers I don't like. But anyway, I love the name of this, first off. This is the wee Gobshyte. Wee Gobshyte? The wee Gobshyte. Oh, you wee Gobshyte. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is 6% alcohol. It's a red rye pale ale. A red rye pale ale. Water, barley, rye, hops, and yeast. Brewed and bottled by Forefathers, 6% alcohol, as I said. There's a whole bunch of writing back here. The wee man is a fucking scoundrel, and that's feckin', F-E-C-K-I-N. The wee man is a feckin' scoundrel. Worse, there's 4 of them. The very thought of it, taking a perfectly acceptable traditional red ale, adding rye of all things, and hopping the bejesus out of it with fruit-forward Amarillo and Mosaic hops. Hops! Next! Must be more of that Celtic tiger blog shite, if you ask me. And don't think you're nothing special just because you happen to make a beer that actually tastes good. Fancy Dan, like I said, you're a wee Gobshyte. So, actually, I love red ales. I don't like American red ales, which are your hopped variants. So, to take a red ale and hop it to hell, hop the bejesus out of it, I don't usually like that. However, I am a fan of Mosaic, and I am a fan of Amarillo as a taste hop, as a flavor hop. So I'm intrigued by this. I'm very intrigued by this. Color? It said it is a wee bit of a red. Oh, when it hits, it's ruby red, but down here, when it's not hitting straight on, it's black. Ruby red, black. It's a wee bit of red, I guess. It's been a while since I hung out with my father. I don't have the accent down anymore. Okay. Pineapple. Pineapple, passion fruit, orange, red licorice, and caramel. Out of the bottle, this thing smells fucking divine. Out of the glass. A little bready, a little bit of that spiciness you'd expect from a rye malt, and a little bit of that licorice again. So, bottle smells amazing. Cup smells good. Smells good. Cheers. Light to medium bodied, right there in the middle. Well, the high end of the low end, shall we say. Light to medium bodied. Flavors that pop on this: I still get that licorice flavor. I still get caramel. I get a nice roastiness. And then I'm hit with pineapple, orange peel, and a lot of dirty piney bitterness. All in all, this is a well-balanced beer. I mean, mouth feels good, scent is good, visual appeal is good, flavor is spot on what I'd expect. There's a little bit of dryness on the back too, this bready dryness, much like eating a piece of rye bread. There's also this that went down the wrong hole. Oh, that went down the wrong hole. You ever get the point where you're about to swallow and a little bit goes up your nasal cavity, and then as it falls down, it kind of goes down the windpipe instead of the actual throat? Yeah, that just happened. Yeah, it wasn't fun. There's a little bit of almost like a burnt wood taste in there, a char, and I mean that can come from the rye too. If the rye has been processed a lot or has been darkened a lot, I don't know what rye malts they used, but I mean I have had rye malts that come off almost like burnt coffee, and that's kind of what I'm getting in this, right near the middle. All in all, it makes for a very well-balanced beer. You have a nice fruit and bitter hoppiness. You have a nice finish that has this charness to it that just kind of washes out the fruit and the bitter hops. You have a nice sweet malty forefront, so the bitter hops and the char taste do mix that really well. Is this the best beer I've ever had? No, it's not the best beer I've ever had, but is it a good beer that I would buy again and that I would suggest for people to try? Fucking right it is. I don't know if I would want to buy this in the 750 milliliter bottles, or the normal Forefather bottles, just the big bastards. I don't think I would personally want this in a big bottle. I think this probably, I'm gonna guess 375, maybe 350, but it is a little wider. I think this is probably the 375s, but I don't know for sure. I'm just looking at it and guessing. I think this is the perfect serving for it. 12 to 14 ounce beer is probably all I'd want. Excuse me. It's all you need for this. And I mean, in that size, at least you drink one. You can have some food. You can have another beer or something in the middle, and have another one instead of being forced to drink 750 of it. And it's not that it's a bad beer and I wouldn't want to drink 750 of it. It's that the beer isn't a beer that is of a flavor that I would want to drink a crap ton of. I love the flavor and I want to drink it, but I don't want to drink more than maybe this at a time. So out of 10 on this, I would give this an 8 out of 10, a straight 8. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this for me. It just, I think, would overpower my palate pretty quickly. That being said, I'm going to drink the rest of this while I watch Season 4, Episode 4 of Justified. Yeah, I've powered through that in a couple weeks now. Bye, guys.